started. I just want to thank everyone for the support. It really means a lot. Just want to thank you all and just express our gratitude for the support over the years. We're growing. Our Karatbars team is growing, and it's awesome to know that you're making an impact in other people's lives. I mean,
indeed,
it's awesome. So, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you go to dynastymir.com, buy some merchandise. This is the Africa is the Future shirt. So go to dynastymir.com and get your Africa is the Future shirt. Also, new book release. Kinky hair is queenly hair, everybody. New book release. Kinky hair is queenly hair. So, go to dynastymir.com or go to amazon.com and buy a book for your daughters, nieces, cousins, aunties. Buy it for everybody. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe as well. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I have my brother on with us today, like we do 6 days out of the week. Fitzgerald Stevens is on with us.
Hello, everyone. How are you? Hope everyone's doing great.
And today's topic, Fitzgerald keeps talking about this. He keeps bringing this up in regards to us going into a digital economy. So a couple of days ago, I read an article about Southwest Airlines, because I already told everyone how my barber said he's no longer accepting cash. And then I was reading an article the other day in regards to Southwest Airlines, in regards to they're not accepting cash anymore. Then read another article, Kroger said they will no longer give coins as a form of change, because there is a coin shortage because of coronavirus at the Federal Reserve. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes. And the thing is, I was talking to a good friend of mine today in LA, and my friend in LA, even-head, cool-headed, straight to the point, give me the facts, logical guy, no conspiracy theories. He was like, look, Dynast, not a big, I don't do conspiracy theories, but there is something that they're not telling us. There is something more to it that they are not telling us in regards to this virus situation.
Yep.
So Southwest Airlines is no longer accepting cash.
It costs a lot to deal with cash. You know that.
Go expand on that. And you know what? I can see why. I can see how, because obviously you have to transport it. You have to get it safe.
That means Loomis Security Company, or the Wells Fargo's security company that's been in existence since the 1800s. I think Wells Fargo Security been in existence since about before the Civil War. They would transport stock, cash and gold by way of armored carriages complete with security forces, rifles. It costs a lot to deal with cash, man. Look, listen, if you're taking a lot of cash receipts, not a lot of cash receipts, a lot of cash. Say like you're like one of those Targets and stuff like that, man. You got to contract with a security company to come pick it up. You got to have a whole department back to count that cash out, to reconcile it. Let's think about from the merchants, things like that. And then you got to keep it on hand, which means you got to ship it back and forth. You're liable as far as a worker if something's not balancing out, even if your drawer is overpaid or underpaid. Definitely, you probably have to pay fees with the Wells Fargo's or the Loomis Trucking to do it, to get that stuff. Then if you're going to go deposit cash receipts in your bank, which I used to have to do when I collect from customers up that there, man, that's a risk.
Right.
That's a risk all the way around. But let's look at digital. Let's look at swiping this. Okay. What were the risks? It goes out from one account in digitalized form to another digitalized form, credit and debit. If I lose, if I was sitting around there, I don't know where the heck it is. If I lose this, it's gone. If someone defrauds me from it, it's gone. I mess around and do lose this. Hey, I need you to cancel this card out, this credit card, this Care Bar credit cards. I need to shut down. I did not make those charges on it, so I need those reversed. Let's look at it. Let's look at it far as from the other aspects. You know, to look at it, it's more secure with digital transactions. You know, and so someone asked me a very, very good question today. Someone said, "Hey, Fitzgerald, one of your new affiliates that I just helped this morning, Prince down in up in Jacksonville for me rather, saying Fitzgerald, with our gold, when we get this insured, you know, if I'm going to have this shipped to my house or wherever I'm going to pick, can I put this insured?" I said, "Of course you can. All you have to do is just take out an umbrella policy. You and I are familiar with that, Prince. We sell insurance. Take out an additional umbrella policy, you know, in the event that it is stolen and you can protect yourself. But if you don't have something like that, someone breaks in and wherever you have your safe, if they take that, you're gone. I mean, your wealth is gone. But someone compromises your card, or if a transaction is not right, or something's going on, you know, you can have a whole bunch of channels to alert that and possibly stop that. For example, I used to work in a credit card fraud division, you know, with a well-known bank up in the Northeast before I moved down here. It was open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If there was a transaction that was flagging, that was not in accordance with that customer's buying habits, you know, like you get a charge coming out of like Kansas City, and they know that person hasn't put what they call a travel alert, or they're going to Abidjan, Côte d'Ivory, they haven't put a travel alert, and they see a charge all of a sudden pop up, you better believe they can stop it. Then again, we used to get calls from this. Check this out, Prince. People get happy. They get their check. Man, I'm going to throw it on that dice, man. I'm going to hit big. And so we would also have to answer calls. Hey, dude, I need you to go up in my credit limit. I need $5,000 right here, right now. They lost it at the table, you know, and they're trying to win. And so still, we was like, okay, is this legitimate? All right, well, okay, well, let's go ahead and prove it. You know, but even well, how would you like, man, if someone could just go in and just make charges on your account? Wouldn't you at least want to be notified?
Of course.
Well, with cash, you can. You drop cash on the ground, and I've done it.
Gone.
You drop, it's gone. So
I remember I can have $500 in my pocket. I drop a $5 bill. I am, where the hell is that $5 bill at?
Yeah, it's gone. But if someone said like, okay, dang it, man, God, Dynast, you know, is my card at your house? No, Fitzgerald's not there, man. Maybe you dropped it on the street, get ready to load your car. Okay, say no more. I gotta go. Call up my credit card company. Hey, I need you deactivated immediately. Right. Oh, and those charges that was on that, I didn't make those. That's unauthorized. Reverse that and get my money back. Now, why wouldn't people consider going digital? I mean, we're seeing this with the blockchain technology, Ether wallets. Why wouldn't you want to do that? Look how fast. Look how you heard this. You heard of this little car company called Tesla? Oh yeah. Okay, doing pretty good. There's a founder called Elon Musk. You familiar with him? Yep. He just passed Warren Buffett as one of the richest Americans, or one of the richest people in the world. Tesla's stock is up 12%. You know, have you heard of a little company called PayPal? Yeah, he founded it. Elon Musk is one of the founders of that company. It's taking electronic payment by storm. How about a Zelle app? You know, on your phone, I can send money from my checking account to your checking account by using the Zelle app. I don't need to run down to get a money order. I don't need to write you a check. How about Google Pay? How about Carrot Pay with Carrot Bars? I mean, all these Apple Pay, all these electronic formats, man. Why do I need cash? I mean, sad to say, man. I don't hardly carry cash in my wallet. I got my debit cards. Carrot Bars, MasterCard. Why do I need cash? If I need to get cash, all I got to do is use my debit card. Go down to like a Publix. I know you love that store. Down there. Go down to Publix. They ask me if I want cash back. I could go there. I could get cash back without having to pay the bank fees. As far as what banks will charge me if I go to a non bank ATM. That my thing is. So in that case, let's look at it first with a positive. But also let's look at it on the negative. Okay, we go with a cashless society. Great. Fitzgerald, you presented pretty good benefits. Okay, great. Okay, now let me give you the horror story. If you're 100% cash, it's no given. If I want to come up there, hey, Massa man, 16th birthday here, Uncle Fitzgerald got $60 for you. Can't do that.
Right.
It's no if you want to go out there and work a side job and make a little cash on the side to help pay your mortgage or maybe a little girl, a little boy open up a lemonade stand. Can't do that. Right. It gets you have credit, debits, and stuff is upload on your card. Dynast, what does that shirt say?
Africa is the future.
You're part of Black Lives. That's a terrorist organization. I'm going to shut that down. I'm going to shut your accounts down. Or you're part of the Girl Scout things or white power. We don't like that. That's thing. We're going to shut you down, terrorist organization. So with a click of the mouse, you can't get to your money. Okay. Every transaction is monitored. Every transaction.
You barely can get to your money in the bank. If you go in there,
at least you can jump through a couple of hoops on sideways and backwards.
Oh, man, you go in there. You try to go in there and try to withdraw more than $6,000.
What if you can withdraw $6 if it's questionable activities?
Right.
And who determines whether it's questionable? Without cash, man, you at a sore disadvantage. I don't care what the comfort of a business owner is. I'm the customer. Listen, dude, you don't take cash. I'll simply go somewhere else. Not interested in Pizza Hut, and I like my little personal pan pizza. Been loving them for years. You can't take cash and stuff like that. If this all I want to pay you with, I don't need to. You need to figure it out. But those people who doing some questionable activities, are those people. Let's say you like to creep. You can't drop cash anymore. You like to pay your employees under the table. Can't do that anymore. So it's both negative and positive. That's why. But this right here, the gold is money. I'm not even going to salt it by calling it cash.
No.
Okay. I can transfer it. I can use this for goods and services. I can use little small gram gold increments for goods and services. I can trade that. I can have digitalized gold in my account that I can take out of my account to use for trades and currency. I can convert that to fiat currency. It's so many things I can do it. But the big thing is, I actually have it right in my hands. In the event of a financial crisis, the founder of Carrot Bars, and CEO Harold Seitz says this, and I absolutely agree with it. He said, in the event of a financial crisis, this what we have right now certainly qualifies for a financial crisis. He said you want to have a minimum of 100 grams of gold on your person. In other words, you want to have a minimum of 100 of these. Okay. This you dropped me off. You dropped me off in Sierra Leone, Zambia, Namibia, Cote d'Ivoire, Madagascar, Dominican Republics. I show this. Oh yeah, that's untranslated any language it is. Gold is money. It's been money for the last 5,000 years. That's what makes Carrot Bars explode. The product is money, gold. that you have in small increments that you can use with a whole system, a business system that you can develop a business around money. And I'm happy to say, Prince, that some of the phone calls that I'm getting right now, I'm getting more of the phone calls where people are actually understanding what the heck you and I have been talking about. If you have gold, he who has gold is never broke.
Right.
You know, I mean, I take this, a little bit of this fiat currency. You call that Nigerian naira, the Japanese yen, South African rand, American, Australia, Guyanese dollars, Swiss francs. That's all fiat currency. Okay. Now I go ahead and take this and I transfer it into this. Why do I do that? This is going up in value. This is going down in value. It makes sense for me to get out of this. Why, Fitzgerald? Simple, audience. The United States alone, we are $24 trillion in debt. In other words, we owe $24 trillion of this. To who? What is that doing to your prices? What is that doing to your ability to build your infrastructure, to fix your roads, your schools? You know, what is that doing? What is that doing? That you can have money to expand and develop your school system better. When you can open up programs, your technological sectors. How can you do that? Let me put it to an example like this. I owe Prince Amir. Let's just say I want to use me. Let's just say Prince Amir owes someone owes him $305 million. Okay, $305 million. They owe that debt, and Prince Amir is, getting interest on that debt. Prince Amir sees that same person, instead of paying him, he buying a $350,000 house. He's putting an Audi A8 in the driveway. He's not really paying him. But that collateral that he has belongs to Prince Amir. If he wants to call in that note, he has to pay that. Now, so what's the collateral of countries? Resources. And you can apply this to your same home. But follow me for sure. Okay. So you go ahead and, like, we see a phenomenon going on in Africa. Still by far the richest continent on earth, second to none. The richest continent with all the other continents well combined will not equate with Africa. It's been rated, we know, at least 500 or 600 years, and particularly with the Berlin conferences. That's the European countries go down there and take all the resources out and talk about how Africa is third world, but they are really the ones, as a matter of fact, not anything opinion, fact. You take Western Africa away from France, France is less than a third world country. They have nothing popping. They have nothing to brag about. I would be pretty big too. Talk about how strong and economic I am. If I'm getting $500 billion from the 13 countries, from Togo to Côte d'Ivoire to all those, I would be pretty strong too. That's what they pay France in every year, off of colonial debt and all that foolishness. And then France want to sit up there and talk about how superior we are. No, you have no resources. Europe has no resources. Africa feeds the world. But here's what's happened: you get an international monetary fund. They go ahead and give their little colored paper. You give me your fish imports. You give me your diamonds. You give me your gold. You give me your cocoa. You give me your tin. You give me your cobalt. You give me your rubber. You give me your redwood trees. I sell it exorbitant. Pay you pennies on the dollar. You have to give me your resources in exchange for colored paper. Now let's see who's doing next time. This is what the Chinese doing. They're taking the playbook out the old colonials of power. Okay, they're doing that. These African leaders over there for how in the hell they run their business over there. I don't understand. It borderlines psychosis. I don't understand that. You keep giving the resources away. Someone coming in there, they dictate your turn. They give them nice little loans. They go over there and get their houses in Sweden, get their houses in New York, get their houses in Kensington Palace in London. Meanwhile, the people's resources are gone. Give me land over colored paper anyway. Okay, how do you apply that to your home? You go out there and you're working for this little colored paper that's rapidly losing value. That's rapidly losing value. That's $100 on my desk right now, $100, which is really the new 20. It doesn't have the purchasing power that it had a couple of decades ago. Easily, it's just the new 20 right now. You doubt it? Go test it in the grocery store. Okay, and so instead of you getting your color paper, you're out there spending, running on a bill, running, going that job. Clock out, clock in, clock out, clock in, year after year, year after year. You're getting older and older. You're saving this, which is going down in value, as opposed to acquiring asset, which is going up in value. You will lose every time. Not only will you lose, your children's going to lose. You're setting them up for the same failure. Okay, they think they're working hard. And they are, but they're not getting anywhere. Why? Because they're collecting a whole bunch of debt notes that's going down in value, as opposed to assets, gold, precious real estate, precious artwork, silver, assets. That's what you want to exchange a portion of your income into assets. That's building your wealth up. Okay, Carrot Bars allows you to do that. Number two. You have got to leverage your income. Ladies and gentlemen, it's basically impossible, with very, very few exceptions, to become extraordinary wealthy off of your own efforts. Well, someone say, well, Fitzgerald, Patrick Mahomes, 24-year-old guy, he just signed a $503 million contract. Last time I checked, Prince Amir, there's only one Patrick Mahomes. There's only one Dak Prescott. There's only one LeBron James. You know, that's like winning the lottery times two. Those are God-given gifts. But I'm talking about the average worker. The average worker goes there, retires 20, 30 years. It can't live off of the pension that he or she earned, for the most part. Meanwhile, you don't have a cost of living raise. You're not buying assets. You want to call your house an asset? Okay. Think your asset? Not if it's paid for, and not if you don't pay the property taxes.
Right.
It can be taken for pennies without the property taxes being paid on it. So you can't depend upon your income. It's no option of that. You cannot. You have got to be able to leverage your time. You have got to create an income that's independent of your job, an income that you control. Think in terms of royalties, residuals, dividends, money that keeps coming in when you're sleeping. You produce something, you're going to get paid for it. For example, we have an author here with Prince Dynast Amir. He has his new book out. He has other books out. Okay, as an author, he gets royalty. Suppose Tyler Perry wants to pick that up as a screenplay. Suppose they both live in Atlanta. Suppose Tyler Perry sees that and he said, you know what, I want to do a story about it. I want to do an emanation about that. Suppose a little company called Pixar Studio, which is owned by Disney, so I want to do that. We got a social conscious with Black Lives right now. Okay, I want to produce this. Okay, I want to buy the rights to it. Okay, all right. But Prince Amir said, now I'll let you use the right, but I'm going to lease the intellectual property to you. Okay, catch what I'm saying. Every time you see that image on a lunch pail, every time you see that image on a movie studio, or they create a little jingle, his estate, Prince Dynast Amir, and his children's children are getting royalties from that. Intellectual property, those are assets. So he's not going to let that go. You guys ever heard of a guy named George Lucas?
Yeah.
Okay. He created a little franchise back in the 70s called Star Wars, the series. Okay. Now check this out. They wanted to buy the movie studio said, hey, we want like this. We want to buy this far from you. He said, okay, well, I'll consider that, but I keep all licensing right. I keep all license. Every time you see Han Solo or Chewbacca or Darth Vader on a lunch pail, he owns the licenses. That licenses has made him a billionaire. Wow. Actually married to a black woman, Melanie Hobbs. She is the president of Ariel Capital. No, black-owned hedge fund company. Okay, but he kept the licenses. The 40s, that's about since the 70s. Every time you see Darth Maul or Star Wars 3, 4, 5, Star Wars screensaver, Star Wars cups, Star Wars lunch pack, that because he has a license, money is flowing to him, royalties, residuals, and dividends. You can't do that on a job. The only thing you have for money to flow to you on a job is what's called wages. A salary. Nothing wrong with that. But it is something wrong not to take that salary and put it into assets that's going to help grow your wealth. That's the other benefit of having a carrot bar business. Your residual income. Number 3, let's go ahead and be able to leave this to an event if something happens to our death, that we can leave our wealth to our children. The wealth your residual income you can leave. Okay, there was a tragic thing I read about, and I hate I actually read this today. There was this actress just recently lost her life over in California. She drowned. She's 33 years old. I understand that the way I understand it, she gave her life to protect her son. She was able to get her son in the boat, but she didn't have enough. She didn't have enough strength to not be overpowered by the waters. Plus, I understand there was no life jacket worn. Okay, all right. She stars on a show called Glee. What if in her will, her son is the beneficiary of her royalties when that thing goes in syndication? Guess who's going to get paid for that? Right. That's how you got to think. Now she's just had a job. She couldn't leave her actress. She couldn't leave her actor's pay to her son, nor can you, whatever you do. Right. And finally, number 4, but the ability to own your own business, which is, I believe, is the cry of practically every man and woman's heart, every free man and woman's heart in this world. When I say free, I'm not talking about necessarily a change. I'm talking about up here. It's crazy for me to take my breath and my God's given time that he's given me. He only gives us so much of it. We don't know how much it is. It's crazy for me to take all that talent and go ahead and use it to make someone else wealthy without using a portion of that talent to build a wealth system for me and my family. That's crazy. That simply doesn't make sense. It doesn't compute. Why would you do that? And then it's also crazy for me just to continue to keep working for a job, and then I'm going to get taxed the highest, 40% in most cases, 40% of my income. I'm going to pay in taxes. The biggest liability to your wealth is actually taxes. Whereas opposed to I can have a business like a carrot bar business that I registered for free with the link that's going down at the bottom right there with Prince Amir's link. And then all of a sudden now, I have a ability to reduce my tax burden down from 40 to 20%. This is how the wealthy sustain their thing. This is how the wealthy build their wealth. I'm just giving you a textbook example how it's done. Number 1, they save in assets. They put their cash in assets, stuff that's going up in value. They don't buy liabilities. Like 170 pairs of chains of Jordan shoes, stuff like that. Like a new car every 2 years, stuff like that. Houses, all that. If you don't own the house, you don't own the house. It's not an asset to you. It's like, heck, sometimes you can own it and it's still not an asset. What do you mean? It's going up in value? Yeah, but so is the upkeep. I much rather go like Mozambique, a Sierra Leone, buy a building, live up on the 3rd floor, have the business on the bottom floor, take the elevator, come down there, and then my portion of my real estate is automatically making money. Far as for the building, I much rather do that than to say that I got a nice little country ranch. Not that anything's wrong with it, but I'd much rather have someone else pay that thing off because I got a business in a portion of my home right there. I used to when I was living up in Buffalo, New York, they were a master at doing that. They live on the top, and they have retail centers down on the bottom, and that retail center is paying for the house. So we have talked about these different scenarios, Prince Amir. Okay, as I stated yesterday, we're not going to run out of bad news to bring you. The economy is not going to get any better no time soon. I like to think I know a time.
That being said, Southwest Airlines, in fact, guys, in the chat room is my affiliate link. Sign up as an affiliate. Again, in the chat room is my Karatbars affiliate link. Sign up as an affiliate. It's also streaming at the bottom. Will also be in the description when you watch the playback. So Southwest Airlines also said if they don't triple, if they do not triple their revenue, for the most part, must triple their traffic. If they don't triple their traffic, they're going to have layoffs. If they don't triple their traffic by the end of the year, they're going to have furloughs and layoffs.
I hope that doesn't come to place. But you know what? You can't keep those iron birds in the sky, as my father, that's what he calls planes, iron birds. You can't keep them in the sky without customers coming there. People got to be traveling. You got a travel ban. President of the United States recently issued a travel ban not too long ago. Certain countries you can't even leave if you want to. As much as I love Canada, and much as I wouldn't mind living there in a heartbeat. Love the country. Been going there for decades. I can't get there now. Right. Borders closed. I certainly when I was in Buffalo, when I used to live 3 miles away, I would drive up there. Actually go to church up there. Have many friends up there. Was talking to one of them today. Not from Tampa, that's about 1,400 miles away. No, so that's a plane, but they're not flying up there, and I can't get in there. Prince Amir says something that I actually had to ask him, and he finally convinced me. As the show went along, he said his Nigerian passport is more powerful than his American passport right now. And then I nationally, me being an American, maybe that's like maybe that's my upbringing. Maybe there's the fact that I'm American. I don't know anything else. Maybe I've been believing the press like, hey, our stuff is pretty strong over here. We're one of the strongest passports in the world, which we are, along with England and along with Canada, but not in this case. This little illness is a game changer. So not only airlines. If you see airlines going down, that's indicative of less business travels. People, you know what stock you want to buy right now? Zoom conferencing. What WebEx, all these hosting platforms. Right. That's what you want to be in right now. But what do they have in common? They're on the internet. They're e-commerce business. E-commerce business it don't care about a corona. I can run a global meeting from my home here in Tampa all over the world. As a matter of fact, Mr. Delco and Mr. Delco, and Miss Kabam over in London is going to be running a global meeting for our European Karatbars affiliates. I'm going to be in Tampa. Mr. Delco is going to be in Atlanta, and Miss Kai is going to be in London. We are going to be speaking to the French audience, targeting West Africa. She is going to be translating. I'm going to be on. Mr. Delco is going to be speaking. She's going to speak. And all of a sudden, Prince Amir and I, along with Mr. Delco, along with many of the other affiliates who are in Prince Amir's downline, you're going to benefit from that stream, and you're going to receive a lot of French-speaking people coming in to start their own Karatbar business. I don't have to worry about going down Delta to go ahead and try to figure out how I'm going to reach people. That broadcast is going to be going out to Togo, Cameroon, Kenya, Cote d'Ivory, Sierra Leone, all the French-speaking province over there. Anywhere people speak French, she translates. Montreal, Quebec, Paris, France. So you mean to tell me We're running global business right now, and no one's leaving. No one has to get up there, and we're able to make money. That's exactly what I'm telling you. Can I do the same thing? Can you do the same thing? That's what you have in your hands with Carrot Bars. The business is gold. It's built online. It's as simple as taking initiative, start your own business, getting one of your free business packages. Not a free business package. Get your business package. Start sharing this and telling other people, saving in gold, getting paid for other people who save in gold too. Plugging into the training, and that's another thing. And I'm talking to the affiliates who are already in, and even those of you who are looking to register right now. So many of you should be registering while I'm talking right now. Okay. If you are a part of Team Amir, and if you're not a part of, you're a Carrot Bar affiliate, listen to this, and you're not plugging into the information. What I mean, plug in information. There's a system called Wealth Builders. The name denotes everything that it says. Okay. Wealth Builder shows you how to build your global organization as well as your global income. Carrot Bar shows you, how to talk to people about the new events. We have so many things coming down the pike right now. It's very beneficial. It shows you how to run your business. You have people giving you instructions and teaching on exactly how to be profitable and successful in your business. If you are not plugging into the training system, even if you have a VIP package, you are literally wasting your time. You are wasting your time, and you won't be successful. The way I'm able to run this and the way I'm able to say this, it's not because of the strength of my personality. It's not because, I'm very charismatic. Right, I am charismatic. I do have a strong personality. I do have passion, but those things without knowledge means nothing. I was trained by the Wealth Builder system. I was trained by my sponsor, Mr. Michael Delco, and I was trained on how to present this. And therefore, I went and guess who I trained? Prince Dynast Amir. And Prince Dynast Amir started training other people. But right now, we are not the stars. We are not the stars. We're not the one that tells you join us. We're said join a collective through Carrot Bars and then plug into the system Wealth Builders, plug your other people in there. And this is how you make money while you sleep. Duplication is the key to wealth. One of the keys to wealth. So we don't have to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, God, I have close to 12,000 affiliates around the world. How in the world can I take phone calls from every single one of them and train them? Now, when I take phone calls and people come in, hey, Mr. Fitzgerald, what do I do next? Yeah, okay. Here, give my number. Here's my number: 1-716-573-6296. 1-716-573-6296. My email address is fitzgeraldstevens@gmail.com. Okay, you register your account. Only call me when you're a part of when you already have your account registered. I don't have time to talk to you to answer questions if you're not part of the organization. Why? I just told you I have so many other people that Prince Amir and I are working with. Now, when you do decide to register, okay, you're going to get a call from Prince Amir, welcome you to the team. More likely, many of you are going to know my number better than his because I generally always give my number out. He doesn't. He just calls you when you get on there, but he will. But we have arranged it like that. I'm the one that basically help you with your organization. Okay, Prince Amir can easily do it too, but more likely he's probably going to be making a video somewhere with search, or he's going to be doing. So he has a whole lot of things going on to fire. So and part of our agreement was I helped free his time up. That was between him and I. So I show you how to maneuver. I show you how to profit this business. Prince Amir shows you how to get a business package. He's very good at that. And then I plug you into wealth building system. We're going to plug you into the Telegraph app where you can get notifications, where we're doing the training, which is online. Okay. And then so we do trainings 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 12 p.m., 7 p.m. We have power calls that show you all this. And so why are you saying this, Fitzgerald? Because excitement without knowledge means you're broke. Okay, you have all the excitement. I'm going to get my Carrot Bar business. Okay, I'm going to get out there. I'm going to build this thing. I'm going to be rich. I have no doubt you will be, but not if you don't plug into the system. You know, I mean, my degree is in international advertising. I had to go to school to learn about marketing and sales. I mean, even though I had a lot of excitement and stuff, I had to be trained. If you're an engineer, you have to be trained. You have to be plugged into a system. If you're an architect, you have to be trained, and then you're released, and then you can talk to someone based on knowledge, not emotion. And so we implore you to plug into the system, and you have to do that. And our job is to teach you. But make no doubt about it, when Prince Amir and I come on this channel, when I come on this channel with him on this forum, this platform right here, I am interested in growing your wealth, interested in by saving gold, telling people duplication, minimizing your tax burden, and leaving a financial legacy as far as for your children. Can you get the gold cheaper than Carrot Bars? Well, let me ask you this question. Will other people pay you in free gold?
No.
Carrot Bars will. Carrot Bars will pay you in free gold. You know, we can go on that. We can go over that. And so you have a lot of advantage what you need to do and what you should do. But taking action should be a pivotal part of your mindset right now. Ladies and gentlemen, these stories that Prince Amir is showing, man, it's going to get tight. You know, I mean, we're just seeing, and we're just seeing just a fraction of what's going on down here in Florida. We have this governor down here. You know, we're leaving the nation, leading the nation. United States is leading the world in corona cases now, and Florida is leading the United States.
You know, I was having a conversation with my friend today, and he made a great point. He made an excellent point. Which country is the most unhealthiest on the planet in regards to diet?
Not quite sure.
United States of America. So he was saying there's not a coincidence in regards to coronavirus and terrible diet. I have to agree with him.
Yeah, but let's throw in GMO seeds. Let's throw in fluoride in our water system.
Again, terrible diet.
Let's throw in chemtrails.
Terrible diet.
Okay. Immune system compromise.
Terrible diet.
Dynast, back when I was in my bodybuilding speedo days. Not long. Back when I was in my bodybuilding days, man. I was 23 years old. All of a sudden I started getting sick. I was built like an African god back then. Okay, 24 years old. And later that year, close, I just had to get ready to flip to be 25. I was in the Yale New Haven Hospital having to have a full bone marrow transplant because I had a little blood disease called aplastic anemia. I was perfectly healthy. I had a great diet from boiling chicken to broccoli and everything. Not necessarily so with all the diet. I was exposed to something. I don't know what it was. Exposed to something. I don't know what it was. Well, for example, one of the reasons for me to move out of Buffalo, New York. Buffalo, New York has some of the highest cancer rates in the nation. Perhaps it's due to the fact that there used to be a little thing up there called Love Canal that had melted down nuclear reactor. You had waste going on Lake Erie, the water and everything like that. And sometimes what you're exposed to, you know, man, if you don't know what these governments expose us to. Generally, that's going to happen in the poor neighborhood. They're going to have the most convenience through fast food places in their neighborhood. They're going to have the less medical care, access to medical care. They talk about, this disease that's happening with a lot of people of color. Of course, we're the most vulnerable to get health care, discrimination in health care, lower paid wages, low insurance, if not no insurance. You're going to see liquor stores. You're going to see fast food and little other unhealthy eating places. You go in certain supermarkets. You can go in certain supermarket chains. They're going to have like what they consider ethnic food. But then you go in other zip codes, none of that trash is even going to exist in their stores.
You know, it's funny, Fitzgerald. If you go to the Kroger here in the West End where I live versus going to the Kroger like off of Moreland, night and day.
Yeah. Yeah. So could I agree with what that gentleman is saying? Yeah, I certainly could agree. He's 100% correct. I remember, I've gotten so educated off the Search for Uru channel. I'm a student, I want to learn about Africa too. My biggest link to Africa has been this channel, and it's got me mostly so much. It's put so much of my curiosity and my imagination as far as with Africa. Prince Amir was telling me about like it's cheaper for you to go out and buy your food on the street at markets, fresh food, fresh vegetables. I actually had to collect them right there. I said, what do you mean? Because I go here and I go to a supermarket and that's fresh to me. And I'm getting ready to drop a lot of coins to get that food. I go in there and get fresh vegetables. That's fresh to me. Until I went to a store that I'm not going to name, a well-known chain, and I was getting some fresh vegetables, and a produce fell on the floor, and I went to grab it, and it rolled out. So I talked to one of the workers. I said, hey, you might want to take this out of circulation. This stuff went on the floor.
What do you say?
Yeah, this cat told me, oh, that's nothing. You would not believe. I could tell you stories about the processing of this place with these vegetables. I mean, and so, yeah, I can see that. But getting back on what we're talking about right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's up to you to take care of your economic future. I mean, Mr. Amir's carrot bar business is exploding. I take the calls. I've dealt with the calls. I had a person call me today looking to get in touch with him. I didn't give out his number because I didn't really know what it's about. I just simply told him to email Prince Amir searchforuru.com and set it up from there. But I asked him, if I said if anything about carrot bars, I can help you. A gentleman called me from Jacksonville. Today we talked about carrot bars. He's listed on that. He lost his job. Many people are downsizing. Many people, but the cry is the same. Man, I got to do something. Some people, okay, they have their jobs gone, or they're just leaving a job because it's put so much doing the pressure on them. And then there are other people like, man, I'm seeing a storm coming down the road. I'm seeing something really, really happening right here. If I don't make a decision to put my family in a position or cover my house, in a way I could possibly really, really at risk in my family. Those are people we're talking to. And then in addition with the others, some people like 6 months ago, no, I'm sorry, a year ago, they were straight. Yeah. Many of those people we talk about the carrot bars. Hey, you look for any ways to make money? Nah, I'm good. And I would say something to them like this, Prince. Well, if you're making all the money you want and you don't need to have to worry about it, man, tell me what you're doing because I need to come do what you're doing.
Right.
That's a way for me of saying like, man, you joking. I was being sarcastic. Because you can never, ever, ever, ever have enough streams of income coming to your house. I'll say that again. You can never, ever, ever, ever not have enough income streams coming to your house. Okay? As many as you can get it. You can get 2, get it. You can get 22, get it. You need income streams. Why? You have to be diversified in your portfolio. Why? Because if something happens with your main source of income, your family is at risk. That's why. Okay, but so we'll meet people. Hey man, is that little gold thing? What are y'all doing, man? I'm good. I'm kind of bougie. I'm a lawyer. I'm a doctor. I'm top sales rep, man. My job loves me. I'm sitting around there swinging, cool. I got it. I'm a dentist. I'm this. I'm that. I'm up the ladder, man. You go ahead and handle that little thing right there. Now we get calls like this. Hey, y'all still doing that business?
Yep.
Seriously, and we're not, and we welcome. We don't make fun of them like we told you so. Hey, y'all still doing that business? Why? Because now all of a sudden the cat with the 6 figures, he's in the same boat as the cat with making $35,000 a year.
Right.
Your job gone too. You know why? If nobody are not buying, it's people say you got people say you got a travel ban. There are literally some waitress and maitre d's who will make 6 figures doing what they're doing. Majority, a lot of their money comes from tips.
Right. It's normal for waiters and waitresses to make 6 figures, and bartenders.
Yeah.
Make them good.
Governor Newsom in the state of California and Florida will have to follow suit. They will have to. The state I live in, Governor Newsom said, "Now we open up too long. All of a sudden, all your eateries shut back down,
and barbershops.
You know, all of a sudden that's all shut back down.
That's crazy.
You know what that's doing to millions of people's livelihoods. Your stylists and things like that. You know what that's doing. When you know how big the restaurant industry is, you know how much that contributes to the economy. Now, here's another thing we're not talking about. And I had said this. NCAA football, that season going to be canceled. Won't be able to go home.
I mean, okay. For sure, real quick. So Tommy Tuberville, your rival, ex-coach of your rival Auburn, he told Donald Trump that if Donald Trump doesn't allow college football to go on this year, basically it's going to be blood in the streets.
You know, he is a non-intelligent man for making a statement like that. Let me tell you, let me tell you why a statement, a very non-intelligent, borderline foolish statement to make. Absolutely, totally foolish for him to make a statement like that. Alabama, my home state, they don't have any sports team, professional sports teams. They deal with Auburn and Alabama football. Period. It makes multiplied millions of dollars right down there. You know, so you mean to tell me you're going to stack 100 something thousand people in Bryant-Denny Stadium and Jordan-Hare Stadium? That's where Auburn plays, and risk people's lives. Talking about blood in the street, that's anarchy talk, man.
I'm sorry. Let me say that again. Tommy Tuberville said if there's no college football this year, Donald Trump's re-election is at risk. Which, you know, some folks, they're like, if Donald Trump is getting re-elected, they're going to act out.
Well, then first and foremost, let me apologize for my statement with Mr. Tuberville, because if I'm making a statement based on what he didn't say, then I was wrong.
I was wrong. I'm sorry. I was wrong.
Okay, so I was wrong for opening my mouth. So let me apologize to that man. Okay. People trying to live, ladies and gentlemen. Are you going to risk your children going to a school system? They saying you got to work? Are you? If my wife was a teacher, my sister-in-law is a teacher. I'm not concerned about. I'm not too keen for her going in. I have a young niece and nephew. I'm not too concerned about them going to it because someone said they're not going to make a decree. I tell you what. You do what you want. I figure out a way to homeschool or get online. I'm not going to risk my child for your political thing. Come on, So you can't do that.
Tommy Tuberville, we better play football, or Trump's reelection is in doubt. I'm sorry, but you know how some folks are. They're like, if Trump doesn't get reelected, you know, they gonna act out. So
they've been acting out since we came to this country. Let them keep acting. Nobody catch under your threat.
You got a point.
Man, ain't nobody afraid of you.
Hold on, stop this. Hold on, Kevin Wilson. Let me address this, Kevin Wilson. Okay, this is the reality. I understand that we have to protect ourselves. I understand that coronavirus is a threat. But if there's nothing past where, okay, Mr. Fitzgerald Stevens, you're a barber, you can't cut hair, but in the meantime, we will cover your bills, then you have no complaints from me. But you know, we're getting upset at barbers for cutting hair when they have to still pay bills. Because trust me, the electric man, power man, water, they're gonna still want their money.
That's what the anger is about, Prince. It's not like we can't get our haircuts. Take your mind away from that. Take your mind away from that. You know, that's just people acting silly and stuff. You're gonna see selfies keep going down too on Facebook too, because people can't, you know. But that's another thing. But you just hit the nail on the head. People are upset that they can't make a livelihood. You're telling me I can't work, but then you're telling me I can't earn. But I have bills. That's why you need a home-based business like Carrot Bars.
But that's why when people like Kevin Wilson make these comments, you're worried about a livelihood over life. Well, if you don't have a livelihood, you can't live life. So I mean, it goes hand in hand. No livelihood, no life. All right, again, Kevin, let me repeat that. No livelihood, no life. Because the reality is Georgia Power or whatever power company is running in your city or your state, they're still going to want their money. Yeah, they might defer the payment, but trust me, they're still that bill is accumulating.
Okay, let me talk to Mr. Wilson. Let me talk to him, not at you. Mr. Wilson, go to cnbc.com. cnbc.com right the heck now. You're going to see a headline. It's going to say looming evictions may soon make 28 million homeless, expert says. Let me read that again. Looming evictions may soon make 28 million homeless, expert said. Why are they going to be homeless? Because they don't have the money. They're going to be homeless, hungry. Why? Simply because they don't have the money. Well, if you can't work, if people telling you got a moratorium on anything, how are you going to get the money? If the government's not helping you, and generally they already said they're not going to pay you more than what you're not going to be making more unemployment than you're not going to be made more not working than you used to make more working. They're going to tweet that. So what are you going to do? You're going to see more people live in cars. You're going to see. I said this. There's going to be a housing homeless explosion. It's just common sense because you can't work. So what's the solution? We're giving you one. That's why we ask. Go ahead and register your free care at a bar account. Start saving in gold. Get you a business package where you can get paid 5 times a week in euros, where you can in gold, bend it on your team. Where you can minimize your taxes, where you can actually create a residual income that's not dependent upon your job, where you have a business that operates in 149 countries. With people saving in gold, you get paid to save assets, and you get paid when other people decide to save gold and assets. And it can multiply and multiply. You run a business, a global business, from the comfort of your home, which incidentally you can't work. You want to do that from a cell phone or a computer. Prince Amir and I are not talking, but we're doing this. We've been doing it for several years. And we're really picking it up in overflow right now. That's why we're trying to get this message out. Okay, I don't want to do something like that. Okay, go take you money. Go open up a McDonald's franchise. Open up a Subway. All I know is everywhere I'm going out now, but these stores down there, they're telling me I better have that mask on before I come in their places.
Right.
I wear it because that's their rules. That's their regulation. I wear it. I don't wear it on a bike trail. When I get outside, I immediately take the mask off. I don't wear it in my home. But what's the next thing? What's the next thing? If you don't take this shot, which incidentally Bill Gates saying the black people got to be tested first. You don't take this shot, you can't come back to this corporation and work. You see where this is going? But what if you can control your own income? You control your own income. No one does that part for you. You have choices. I've seen a couple of times on here, and I've seen this comment. I'll read this comment, and I agree with this comment. Africa puts, and the person's typing in full capital letters, meaning emphasis. Go to your nearest post office and get your passport. I've had mine for several years. Prince Amir's has mine for several years. Question. Well, how are you going to have a passport if they say, well, your particular one can't travel to certain places? Europe is pretty much locking the United States out. Well, I'm not interested in Europe. I want to go to Africa. Okay, I understand. Let's go to Africa. What if one of those nations like Nigeria, Prince Amir's country? You know what? Your president called us an S-hole country. You American? Nah, we ain't interested in you coming over here. As a matter of fact, you cats over here, get out. What are you going to do? See, the thing that puts us at a disadvantage that Prince Amir doesn't have to have. I think he doesn't have it to such a point. He forgot when he wasn't in this position because it's normal to him now. But he's forgotten when it wasn't normal. Man born in the United States, he has dual citizenship. He can pick up, go to his home in Nigeria without having to fight, flash his Nigerian passport. If possible, he can settle there as a citizen. I can't do that. I can't do that. And many people on the stream can't do that. Because why? Not because we necessarily have the money or you know, you don't have the citizenship. I mean, it gets very precarious. This thing can go down to a road that many of us are not ready, many of us have not to face. But at the meantime, you better build your wealth. You better build your wealth. You better take care of the economy of your own home first and foremost. You better understand that, you know, you're in a financial storm. Things are not going to get better unless you make them better. You have got to get your financial future out the hands of anyone besides yourself. Now, we don't advocate saying you must join Carrot Bars. It's a vehicle that's been doing extraordinary well for me for 6 years. No, I don't miss my payments. They pay me. My group expands. This is what I do right now full time. It wasn't always like that. If I had to go take a job again, of course I would. I'm not too good to do that, but it's still a thing you better believe I'm going to be working on building my own wealth system. The residual income I can make from this, I could take right over to Togo right now. And I can still give it paid. I'm not geographical limited, which is another thing. If you're going to go to Africa, you're going to go over these places. What you going to do for income? I mean, I don't get a pass because my skin is brown. I say, okay, hey, I'm back. I'm a son. We taking over the slave trade. Hey, I want to come home. Cool, Fitzgerald, come on. We'll probably have to get rid of that Irish name of yours. Let's give you an African name. Let's call you Njukata, whatever you want. You know, you got that from the Black Panther. You think you like? You're gonna call you Njukata. That's what your name gonna be. I'm like, cool. Okay, Njukata. Do you have some money to buy the land here that you want to live on? Well, I'm black. I want to come back to the motherland. Okay, I understand that. You have money to buy food? No? Cool. Come on. You got to take resources. Do you have a job? So I'm going over there to compete with all the citizens over there, you know, who are looking for a job. You get what I'm saying? I'm not a citizen, but if I have my Carrot Bar business, and let's just say I choose to build my Carrot Bar business.
So even as a citizen, I'm not going to Africa to look for a job. I'm going to create jobs. I'm not going.
Well, that's your mindset. I'm just talking about, but not many people think like you. Okay, but most people are going over there to see what they can, what a job that. Why? Because that's the way the American mind and the Western mind has taught us. I'm going over there with revenue. I'm going over there as an investor with businesses with income. Okay, so it's going to be a different ball to me. It's going to be a different thing to me. I'm 55 years old. What the heck I look at? I don't want to work a job over here much. Let's go over there and work one. I want to be able to control my time. If anything, I want to create jobs. You know, so you have to have a vision of where you're going. This is not a motivational talk. This is a life talk. You got to be prepared. It's not a way I want to get on the plane to go to Africa. We have many people on this channel. I want to go over there. What the heck are you going to do for income? Okay, what are you going to do? I still consider myself a young man. My family lives long. You know, I mean, I plan on living a good long time, but I still need income no matter where I go. What if cash starts to get worthless? Well, I got my gold and my cryptocurrency. I have my passport. You know, so you want to put yourself, ladies and gentlemen, where you and your family have options. I admire the people who have went to Africa over there. Many of them I'm finding out on this channel. Many of our people have went over there. You know, and I admire people who want to better their lives. You know, no matter what color, what creed. You know, no matter what it is. I can't really get into the color and creed and stuff like that. You know, I mean.
Fitzgerald, if I can interject real quick, Brian. So, guys, if you are interested in Carrot Bars, you know, it's okay to email and it's okay to call Fitzgerald, but please sign up as an affiliate first. All right, like you will definitely get a phone call from me when you sign up as an affiliate. So in the chat room, my link is in the chat room, is right here on the bottom of the screen, and it's in the description. Sign up as an affiliate. Once you sign up, I will call you. I'm gonna personally call you. In fact, somebody signed up this morning or yesterday. I still gotta call them. I don't know if that's you, Brian, but make sure you sign up as an affiliate first. Then, you'll get a phone call and we could talk. Go ahead.
All we're just doing is giving options, ladies and gentlemen. All we're just doing is giving options. In the world over, this is not a black thing. This is not a white thing. This is a human thing. The human soul longs to be free. Okay, you can't boil it down to color. You can't make it us or them. You got to be concerned about the economy of your own home. Okay, you really do. Now, like take for instance, a man like me. What am I doing talking color? Yes, I have dark skin, but you go back to my great grandfather, Bass Stevens. That's a Caucasian. My father is a very light skinned black man. We identify as black, but for me to start swapping this and there, my bloodline is part Caucasian. My family, my niece's nephew, that's the bloodline. So I don't think more like a lot of those things. I didn't have a choice with the bloodline. That was done way before me. But my point is, what I care about is the human spirit. I care about how the individual getting what you want, regardless of what your race says, regardless of what your orientation, your political affiliation is. We're trying to help you get free financially and time wise, where you can have choices, do what you want. If that's you, Prince Amir and I welcome. We'll love to match up with you. We'll love to join and partner with you. If that's not you, Godspeed and God blessing on whatever you do. But whatever you decide to do, build something. Build wealth for you and your family. Build wealth for you and your family, where you and your family can have options. Register your free account. It takes about 7 minutes. If you're very fast typist, 5 minutes. If you type at my speed, 12 minutes. Okay, and you're going to register as an affiliate. You're going to get an email after you finish registering. Verify the email. Prince Amir is going to give you a call. Or if you can't get in touch with Prince Amir, you go ahead and just go ahead and give me a call. Say, hey, Mr. Fitzgerald, I saw you on YouTube. I got this call many times. Tell me more what to do. Tell me what I'm looking at. My direct phone number is 1716-573-6296. 1716-573-6296. Rings on my personal phone. It's been my personal phone number for several years. Or you say, well, I still want to know a little bit more. Awesome. Very intelligent. Go ahead and log onto and click onto therealmoney.info. Watch it. Make a decision as far as like that. Watch it. If this is for you, let's rock and roll. But you know what? As I use to stay in my closing statements, which is right now, Warren Buffett has said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will literally work until you die. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will literally work until you die. Fitzgerald Stevens says that if you don't make moves will be made on you. And finally, Mr. Michael Delco, Wealth Builder Extraordinary, my sponsor, my personal friend. He has said that if you don't come from a wealthy family needs to come from you. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless you. Love talking to you. Love being a part of this incredible movement. Thank you, Prince Amir, for having me on. I don't take that lightly, man. It ain't got nothing to do with we've been knowing each other 15 years. It ain't got nothing. It has nothing to do with that, man. You're helping people, and you're allowing me to partner with you to help people, sir. I highly respect you, value you, love you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Love you too, brother. Everyone, thank you so much for joining. Again, affiliate link is in the chat room. Click on the affiliate link, sign up as an affiliate. It's also scrolling at the bottom of the screen. It will be in the description. And then go to Dynasty Amir, buy the new release, Kinky Hair is Coolly Hair. Go and buy the new release, Kinky Hair is Coolly Hair, family. Until next time, Dynasty Amir, search for Huru. Peace.